Welcome to the thrilling world of the flying runner, brought to you by the Marathon Mates.
Tim, Tara and Tony, and this is the night before these two go for their 6-star medal. We're here in New York. We have had a pretty amazing, intense sort of the last couple of days, but it's not about me. Let's talk about these two. How are you feeling for tomorrow, guys?
Yeah, we're doing well. Like we're excited. It's obviously not our first marathon if we're going for our 6-star, but look, we're really excited. We're very privileged to have had some amazing friends come over and join us for this as well. And Tony's on his victory lap, but we're just really, really stoked for tomorrow. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're excited. I think it became a bit more real today. We saw our names on the 6-star finisher board today, so we're starting to get excited. But it has been a long trip that's taken us a couple of years to get here, and it's going to be exciting to finally end that journey and get that big shiny 6-star medal. But we're also just looking to have a good time out there. It's first time running New York, and I know, Tony, you've run New York before, but it's a different beast from the other 5 majors that we've run. From what we understand, it is going to be a little bit different out there.
Yeah, it certainly will be. It's and that starts from the moment you get out to the starting corral. So even with you guys are kicking off at 10:55. So
Lucia's watching.
Lucia's watching.
Hey, Lucia.
Sorry, we've got a new cameraman.
A novice
with us.
cameraman.
Yes.
Who's just given us the jet. So,
Yeah.
So it starts 10:55. We'll get out to we leave the hotel at 6 o'clock in the morning. So even with you at 10:55, that's a big time to be in the starting village. So, and that's just one of the challenges of New York. So
it's a bit different.
And there's also the hills that we're looking at, which some of the other marathons, apart from Boston, doesn't have. So New York's probably got the same sort of elevation from what I can look at as what Boston does, and the first hill hits you hard as you come from the start line.
Verrazano.
Yeah, so look, we're just going to take it easy though, Tim and I, and just run to feel. We're not out to complete this race in any speed or time or anything like that.
Yeah. Secretly, Tim says he wants to do a 3:30. We'll see how we go. But we walked under the Queensborough Bridge today, which gave us an indicator of the elevation as you go over the Queensborough Bridge and do your little loop back into First Avenue in Manhattan. But it's been a big couple of days. We had the expo on Thursday, so Tim says the expo wasn't as good as Chicago.
No, Chicago's was definitely better this year.
So I'm going to say it was better than Chicago 2023. But just well organised, heaps of space with the registration. Really, really good to see. We had a bus trip with Travelling Fit yesterday. Sorry, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
We did the 5K dash to the finish today. It wasn't anything but a dash, was it?
Just a nice
casual run.
We got to run through the finish line, so we got to experience that before the actual real race tomorrow. So that's good.
Yeah, we also did the Parade of Nations last night, and we got to lead through the Australian contingent. So Tara, you held up the sign that said Australia.
I got to hold the Australia sign, so that was pretty cool.
Very glaring that the Australian uniform was now a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
Or the ray gun outfit.
And then you saw a couple of the more colourful nations like Colombia and Brazil.
Who actually had their organisation together.
All we needed was the Canterbury band, or Foster's.
But no, it's been a good couple of days. We're really enjoying it. We've got a good hotel. We've just had the carbo load dinner. They said there was over
we're completely full. That's why I'm sitting with the jacket in front of my stomach.
253, was it?
252, I think it was.
Okay.
running the marathon for Travelling Fit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 330 with the supporters on the tour,
Unbelievable.
which is a big tour group. But
About 8 to 10, I think, 10 6-star finishes tomorrow. Yeah, so
Yes.
more female runners than male runners. The guys, what's going on?
Yeah, but it was a huge dinner last night. I think out of all of the Travelling Fit or all the major pre-dinners that we've been to, that's definitely the biggest that we've had. So tomorrow night's celebration dinner or drinks and dinner will be very interesting to see how many are there or how many are too tired to show up.
Yeah.
we'll be there.
We're definitely going to be there along with Tony and Sharon Carroll. So no, we're going to have fun.
Yeah, so just a quick one tonight. We're all pretty tired. Daylight saving ends
Tonight at midnight.
at midnight, so there's a lot of worried people about phones automatically changing their times.
Making sure we get the alarms happening at the right time and stuff like that. And also the issue is that at the moment daylight has been ending around about 6 o'clock at night. So now it means that daylight will finish at around about 5 o'clock at night. So there's still going to be an awful lot of runners out there when we start so late in the daytime. I mean, some of the runners aren't starting until 11:30. I think
11:30 is my kickoff.
So some of the runners are still going to be out there when it's dark. So and cold. We've been fortunate with the weather, but for the last 2 days, for today and tomorrow, we're actually got perfect running weather. However, once that sun goes down, it might just get a little bit chillier. So, but look, it just makes us appreciate those after-dinner drinks
faster.
a bit more. Run faster, yes.
Well, we're running for the medals. So.
So if you want to track these two tomorrow,
Tony.
Tony and Sharon, yes.
the New York Marathon app, just go and look us up. And Carol Moore's also a friend of ours who's going for a 6-star tomorrow. Carol Adams.
Adams, yep.
Sorry, why I always say Carol Moore, I have no idea. So it's going to be an exciting day. We're going to see some great success tomorrow.
And Kay Mass, who was on our episode, one of our earlier episodes, she's doing her first major tomorrow. So she's with us and she's very excited.
And Jed had better be loud cheering. So.
Yep. And we've also got Terry doing his 6-star
victory
lap. So Terry was on our
episode 2.
Episode 2. There you go.
One of the very first.
Yep. So he's doing his victory lap along with Tony and Sharon. So keep an eye out for us all.
We're going to have some fun. So we'll see you when we get back.
Yes, absolutely. We might do a live maybe tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll do one tomorrow night.
I'm not promising anything, but we'll try and do a live
if
tomorrow.
If
we're sober enough, yes.
We'll do a live tomorrow night.
All right. Happy running.
Happy running.
Hi everyone, it's Tim and Tara. We're in Central Park celebrating Medal Monday.
Yes.
How are you feeling, Tara?
Oh, my voice is a bit croaky because there was a big celebration last night and we woke up at our normal wake-up time at 5 o'clock and we didn't get home till maybe 1 or so. But it was a very, very good night of celebration for this medal here.
Yay.
We did it.
Hang on, I've got to show mine as well, hang on. There we go.
We did it. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind last couple of hours, I guess. Last night was amazing. Celebrating for the Travelling Fit crew. They were fun as always. And this morning we've come out to Central Park after breakfast and we're getting treated a bit like celebrities, to be entirely honest, which is a bit weird for us.
Everyone wants to touch the medal, don't they?
Yep. In New York, there's only usually, it's a smaller contingent of 6-star finishers. So we only had maybe 300 out of the 55,000 people that finished, got their 6-star, and we've just lined up and taken our photos with the official
Background photos
and stuff like that, and we've got everybody sort of like, wanting to touch it and stuff. So that's fine. We've been handing them around and everyone's had a look at it.
So yesterday was race day. How was race day?
Oh yeah, back to race day. Race day went amazingly well for us. We fueled well. We had a really good breakfast.
Yep.
Busted out. The buses were perfect. Got there, so many toilets. Like the portaloos were amazing. There was portaloos at the start, like as soon as you got there, at the when you got in, there was portaloos for all the different corrals, and then when you actually got in, like in the start zones, and then when you got into your corral as well, there was more portaloos. So definitely cannot fault the portaloos. There was hardly any line up for any of them. We waited for probably 2 hours. We got ourselves
3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours was it? Sorry, it didn't feel like that long because we got ourselves a Dunkin' Donuts beanie. It was a little cool yesterday, so we've been really fortunate. We've had brilliant weather. It's been about 18 degrees or so here in New York for most of the time I've been here. But for Saturday and Sunday, it actually cooled down drastically, down to about 4 to 5 degrees.
Yep.
And then most of the time when we were running, it only got up to about 12. So it was actually perfect running weather for us. However, sitting around it was a little bit cool. So what we did is we had blankets and stuff, and everything gets donated to the homeless afterwards. But we were fortunate enough that the guy next to us, he bought an inflatable bed or a Milo type thing that you put in the swimming pool, and he used it for about 15 minutes, and he's like, "Oh, my wave's about to start." So he goes, "Oh, you want this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." So we might try and put up a picture of us, of how I looked, but I looked like a homeless person sleeping in the park because I had blankets and everything like that with it. So it was quite a fun time. But we were sitting with Mark Simpson, one of our friends, who is going for his 6-star in Boston next year, him and Kylie, so that's great.
So then we get to the start line. There's the cannon boom.
Yeah, got the cannon boom for each corral start.
And
which
New
was great.
York from Frank Sinatra.
Yes, was playing. We had the military out. They were all cheering us on. Went up Verrazano Bridge. I was actually surprised at how easy that was for me. Maybe it was just the adrenaline going through me, but we managed that one quite well. Then came down into
Brooklyn,
and we knew about it. It was a lot of fun.
Crowds were amazing, weren't they? They were just crowding the course, 5, 6, 7 people deep, yelling and screaming the whole way. We got very few quiet moments on the entire course. Tara and I normally talk a lot to each other when we're running. We couldn't even hear each other when we were running and talking to one another. It was that loud from the crowd.
Yep.
And then on top of that, the crowd would push in from the gutters out onto the course itself. So they were only meters away from us a lot of the time, and we were really close in this screen tunnel essentially for the full 42 kilometres more or less.
It was a very amazing support crew for the crowds, and they must have their voices must be worse than ours from all the support that they've given to everybody. The volunteers are absolutely fantastic here. The support on course from the actual staff members, the military, the police, the armed forces, the Marines, the fireys, they're all out there supporting, they're all out there giving everything to support the runners and cheering us all on. The supporters on course, we got to see our travelling fit through at
14 miles.
14 miles, and that just boosted us like nothing else. It was exactly where you need them to be, and
it was just a perfect day, wasn't it?
It was just amazing. Yep.
It was hilly. There were moments where we had to walk up and down some of the hills.
Yeah.
But that's normal.
Pushing up the hills.
We were a bit tired in the legs. We've done a lot of running in the last month with Chicago and Niagara Falls and all the other running and walking we've been doing in the meantime. So we weren't pushing hard. We were just pushing towards our shiny 6-star medal.
Yep.
So we started off in Staten Island. We crossed over into Brooklyn, as Tara said. We then went into Queens.
Queens, yes.
And then Queens, we went into Manhattan for a short period of time before going into the Bronx. We spent a short period of time in the Bronx before turning around and coming back into Manhattan via Harlem.
Yep.
And then into Central Park. Now, the last mile was an emotional one for us, wasn't it?
It certainly was. We actually felt like we were running our first marathon again. The finish was pretty emotional, knowing what we were coming in for. It was also, we dedicated that mile to the kids. So both Patrick and Portia, both of our kids, we dedicated that mile to them. And thinking about them, we've been away from them now for a month. They're older, but they've still given up a lot of their time and their effort to make sure that we get where we're going. And so we appreciate that. So we dedicated that mile to them.
It's the holidays that we've been away on that they've not been there for when we've been doing running holidays. It's the times when we're out training and they're not seeing us at home. All those sort of things came back to us in that last mile, didn't it? And,
sure
and
did.
made it quite emotional. And then we crossed the line and it became even more emotional once we realised that we completed it. And
it felt like my first marathon again, and I was actually crying as I come over that finish line. It was a pretty emotional thing. And then when they handed me this medal here, I'm just like, oh, and I broke down again. So it's all that hard work, all that effort that we've put into things. We've got there. We got there together.
Now we haven't shown you the one that we get for
New
York medal for finishing as a New York finisher. So it is there.
On there, and it's just the back for
Very
engraving.
shiny. They're really good. They're really good size. They look
Nice
quite
and
heavy.
Yeah.
And then the
so
six
we've got
star
the
again.
6-star again, of course. No, it's been a very emotional journey. It was one that we weren't sure that we would get to a few months ago. So we're very, very grateful that we got to where we have as well.
No,
it was
that's
also my grandmother's birthday yesterday when we were running, and she just passed away probably, it would have been a month or so ago. So I dedicated that whole entire first 25 miles to my grandmother, thinking of her while I was running through, and it was pretty special.
It was special.
So
So none of this is made possible without some help from people, and I guess for us, Travelling Fit, we'd like to thank them very much.
Absolutely.
Michael and Murray Marr from Travelling Fit have helped us on our journey to get there. On top of that, there's been people like our masseuse Wayne Cooley, our podiatrist Nick Springer. It's the running community, you our friends that are talking to us and telling us what's going on in your lives and inspiring us as well. All of that is helping us to be able to do what we did as well yesterday. So we're very thankful and very reflective, I guess, today after what's been quite an emotional little while, hasn't it?
It certainly has been. We are very grateful. We're grateful also to our friends that have come over here to celebrate with us. To do their some of them with their victory lap, so they've already got their 6-star medal. So they were coming over to do what we class as the victory lap, so that they could see their name on the wall. So that would be Tony from the Flying Runner, obviously. Tony and Sharon Curl. Terry Frew came over to do his victory lap. But we also had a few friends that actually did their first major. Kay and Reese. And then we had Mary, who celebrated her birthday with us yesterday. So she ran the New York Marathon for her birthday, and that was actually her 21st marathon. So we're saying it was her 21st birthday at the same time. But,
it's been a good trip.
We're very grateful.
We're a bit tired. We've only got a couple more days left here in the US before we make the long journey home. But it's been a very rewarding trip. Everything we set out to do, we've succeeded with. So we're happy with that. We're going to enjoy the rest of the day in the park now and maybe go up the Empire State Building or Rockefeller and go from there, I think.
See what we can do, but we'll take our medals with us, and maybe Lady Liberty might get to see them tomorrow when we go over. But
Cool.
Excellent. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later on.
Happy running.
See
ya.
Happy running.
Happy running.
Bye.
Bye.